Hello, avocado fans. I wanted to show you and ask you if you believe that the gem avocado is a heat-tolerant avocado. I have this one here, a gem, G-E-M, named after Gray Edward Martin. And it is a development from the UCs, UCR. And look at it. It's doing very well in this high heat because where I live in Brentwood, in Northern California, we've had several temperatures of and around 110. Or just below 110. And this has been here for about a week now. And look, you can see this is crispy, this leaf. But it got hit with several high temperatures and it's not having any issues at all. This one was particularly developed and propagated so that we can grow avocados in Central Valley. And although where I live, it's considered the Bay Area now, for the longest time it was considered Northern Central Valley. And more specifically, I'm on the Delta, which supplies the water for the farms and orchards in Central Valley. And I get high heat here. And we've had a couple weeks where it's been in close to from 104, 103 to 110, and we're gonna have a few more weeks like that. And as a result, I want to be sure I'm putting the right avocados in the right place. This spot gets blasted with a lot of sun, gets some shade from the fence. As it gets bigger, it'll get more sun. And I want to be sure I have the right tree. I don't want a tree here that's gonna burn away. I had a charwoil here that suffered, and to save it, I even covered it with a brown paper bag because I didn't want to lose it. I'm happy to say I saved it. Unfortunately, it suffered quite a bit, but it'll bounce back. Let me show you why I think a gem might be an interesting variety for you. So let's come back here to my alley where we have several varieties which I'm trying to get out, and here they are, all of them in a row. These are the gem avocado trees, and you can see that despite the heat, the high heat, where even in the shade it's 110, because when they take temperatures they are in the shade, so these are proving to do well. Look, lots of growth, a lot pushing out, a lot happening, and really no damage. Just dried leaves, which is normal. Obviously, in these extreme temperatures, that's going to happen. And the tree is trying to save itself. It's dropping the leaves so it can use this water to stay alive. Now, this is the gem. All doing really well. All different sizes, all from Fresno, which I mentioned because that means when they were being grown, they were experiencing some high temperatures, which I believed helped, which I'll show you with some other trees. In comparison, I have some other trees like these Gwens, and they are also doing well. But it looks like some of them, they also have some leaves burning, but you could see some of them are a little more stressed. In comparison to these gems, which are really putting out a lot of growth on top. The Gwens, they are not. Let me show you one more time. They're not putting a whole lot of growth out right now, but they're fine, and I'm happy. I'm happy that they're alive and they're surviving because this is quite an intense summer. So you saw that in comparison. Look, these gems are not having issues. They're still growing. They still want to be vigorous. And they still aren't having a lot of stress. Obviously some stress from water, but in general, from the heat, and they want water. But in general, my question to you is, please leave a comment. Do you think gem is a good variety for inland where there's high heat? And the reason I ask is because I often gift avocado trees to family and friends. And do you know what usually happens? Those trees die. I don't want to give people trees that are gonna die. Obviously, as AJ the Graph Man says, avocados are the divas of the fruit tree world. So you have to take a lot of care when you're growing avocados. And I think some people are not understanding of this. And as a result, they don't water it and it dies. So I want to give them the best chances. And also, if there's one thing you can get from my videos, look, shade protect your avocados. I got that canopy there, and I got this one here, this umbrella, to protect it, because the truth is they do enjoy this heat. It's just too much, too young. It's going to be too hard. Take a look at this fuerte. Look at all that. Look at it, it's just bushing out. This tree is just putting out lots of growth. It likes the heat. They enjoy it. But too much direct sun, if the tree is not well established or getting water regularly, it's just too much for the tree. So if you're gonna take one thing from my video, use an umbrella, or you could use shade cloths. I usually use what I have already. I don't like to spend money when I don't need to. And as you could tell, I spent a lot on these trees as it is. So umbrellas really are the way to go. You saw that fuerte. I mean, that just proves to me that the umbrella will allow your tree to experience some heat. The heat will go into the ground, the roots will extend, and the tree will continue to grow without too much difficulty. Now, getting back to the charwil, this is my charwil now. This one is also from Fresno, and look, it's doing beautifully. Right now it's in the shade. It gets at least 8 hours of sun from the morning to the afternoon, which it is now. And this charwil is proving to be heat tolerant. And if you look closely, if you want to know if you have a real charwil, you can see those little specks, almost looks like tiny ants or insects on the wood. That is a charwil. Fuerte also has this feature. And this one, to my surprise, is gonna make it. I finally found a charwil. And I like to show the good, bad, and the ugly. And I can tell you, I went through a lot of charwils and a lot of Carmens. And look, same thing with the Carmen. I finally found a Carmen that enjoys my temperatures, again from Fresno. So I think that is done well because it was exposed to heat when it was young. And you can see right there, there's a tag. And from Hernandez Nursery, this is my Carmen. And I went through quite a few of these. And you can see the leaf damage. This has been here all summer. This is gonna be fine. This is gonna make it. Now the charwil that was out front, you can see the damage here. There, it's fine. And it's still growing, it's still alive. And there is the dead wood, which I will just cut off these limbs and let it grow back. And it's gonna be fine. This tree is gonna make it. I pulled it at just the right time. And but I know from the Australian forums that they say this is a heat sensitive variety. So again, what I'm showing you is if you get the right tree like this Carmen, you can have great success. And you could put in the ground, one and done, and you're good to go. For example, I have a Gwen over here, and I've been told that Gwen is fussy. All avocado trees are fussy. But look at, same thing. This is doubled in size this season. Beautifully. It was really about down to here when I planted it in the beginning of the year, and it's just doubling in size and it's dropping leaves. But this one is taking off. It's already about 5 feet. This was one and done, and that's really what you want. What I'm saying is you're gonna get avocado trees, you're gonna grow avocado trees, and your avocado trees are going to die sometimes, unfortunately, especially if you live someplace where the heat is high as I do. And that's okay. That's just the process of growing avocado trees. As 831 Alva says, don't look back. You plant an avocado tree, you get a variety that's maybe not the healthiest, maybe not the strongest. Don't look back. You just get another one. Sometimes you get lucky, like that Gwen. Oh, also with this lamb. I put this lamb in the ground and it's just taking off. Good to go. No problems. One and done. Lamb is a very good one too if you live in some place I think that's really warm. And I think it's partly because it's such a compact tree. It protects itself. The density of the growth helps protect the trunk. But I can tell you, dealing with the heat is tough. Just don't give up. I lost some grafts. Again, the good, the bad, the ugly. Here's the graft that burned away. Here's another graft that burned away. I go on vacation. They don't get as much water sometimes, but hey, that's life. I can't, I still got to raise a family and go places. Now the reed, on the other hand, look at this. These grafts stayed. So whereas others burned, the reeds took. And I'm thinking that the reed is also a good choice for someplace with high heat. Because I can tell you that, look, you see this? This is a barrel. And these are just a bunch of avocado seeds and seedlings in here, which I'll graft to at some point in a pot. Some are in the pots, some are not. But look how natural it's growing. Here, with some shade from this tree, they're just taking off like nobody's business. No fertilizer, no extra product, just palm, cactus, and citrus mixed with native, and they're taking off. And this has really influenced the way I look at avocados. Avocado trees are natural for California. Of course, when you take a tree and you cut it and you graft onto it, you've modified the tree. And then it has to grow back. Well, in that process, it's not as strong as it would be, because the strongest trees are seedlings. And this is also why I like seedling mango trees, because those are the strongest and the toughest. And when they flower when they're ready. So getting back to avocados, I just want to show you, you can take an avocado seed, put it in the ground, grow your own avocado. And that is because they do like your environment, as long as you get the watering schedule right. You don't need to spend a lot of money on product unless you want to. And the reason I say that is because really what you need to do is manage. Get the watering schedule right, and shade protect your avocado trees, and choose the varieties that are perfect for you. I think the GEM, the GEM from my little experiments here is a wonderful avocado if you're inland and you have a high heat, which is what it was essentially propagated for. And the flavor is a lot like Hass. Overall, I still think Hass is the king of all the Hass avocados in flavor, but GEM makes an excellent guacamole. As soon as you start adding other things to it, it does taste a lot more like Hass. Sometimes I have GEMs that taste as good as the Hass, but after having several, I have to admit, I still think Hass is king. But GEM is a small compact tree, and it could take the heat, and it seems like a very good choice for inland, or any place hot, or any place where it's less than ideal for avocados. I think I would go with the GEM. Let me know what you think. Grow yourself an avocado tree, get it in the ground, grow your own guacamole, and then you'll look up in your backyard and you'll see avocados everywhere, just like on this lamb tree. Thanks for watching. You have a wonderful day.